If you have a Sawyer Squeeze water filter, then you need to know how to take care of it. Cleaning is required maintenance for this little guy. In this video, I'm going to share a few tips and tricks to help you keep your filter working as good as it can. Stay tuned. You just got to get prepared. Thanks for joining me. In this series, I am sharing everything I know about the Sawyer Squeeze. My hope is to help you shorten your learning curve to help you get the most out of this amazing little filter, because it is pretty amazing, the Sawyer Squeeze water filter. Today's topic is on cleaning. It's also called backwashing or backflushing. Basically what we're going to do is the dirt that is trapped inside of this filter, we want to get it out of here and make this filter clean so that water can flow through it better for you. To begin with, let's talk about how we got in this situation. Every time that you use this filter, it is doing its job. It's filtering out the things you can see and the things that you cannot see. And sometimes we get mad because the flow starts to go slower, but really we should be thankful, because if it wasn't doing its job, those things would be going into us and probably making us pretty sick. So instead of being mad, let's be thankful that it's doing its job. If you take care of it, it can take care of you. The cleaning process is the same for each of the methods that I'm going to go over today. When Sawyer talks about backwashing in their literature, on their bag, the word that they use is vigorously. And in some of their literature and on the internet, the word that they use is forcefully. So I think what they're trying to say is don't be afraid to use a little force as we backwash or backflush the filter. It sounds like it can handle it. On the Sawyer filter, there are two different sides. There's the dirty side. This is where we collect the water and we attach it to the filter. And as the water goes through, the particles or dirt and debris are collected on the filter. And then on this side is where the clean water comes out. So there's the dirty side and the clean side of the filter. To backflush the filter, we're going to need a container of clean filtered water. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of that water and then one of the processes, and we're going to put it into the clean side, pushing the water towards the dirty side. We don't need the bag on here. We're going to be collecting it in this bowl so we can see some of the dirt coming out, but that's the process. We're going to take clean water onto the clean side and push the dirt and debris out the back side. So that's what we're going to be doing now. Because of the versatility of this filter, there are multiple ways to clean it. I'm going to talk about 4 ways today. Now, the first way that I'd like to talk about today is how to backwash your filter with the provided cleaning plunger. And this is a very simple way. All you have to do is, I guess you would start by taking the cap off of the filter, and then you would get your clean water, you would fill your plunger with it, and then on the plunger and the filter, there's a place where the two pieces come together. And so you attach those and then forcefully push water through the filter. And you would continue doing that process until clean water was coming through and no more debris on the filter. Now, there's a possibility that this could get lost, or maybe if you are doing some hiking and backpacking, you wouldn't want to carry the plunger with you. And so there are other ways to backwash your filter, and that's what we're going to talk about now. The second method that I wanted to share with you today was how to backflush your filter with this little guy here called a cleaning coupling from Sawyer. And it works with either a bottle, or if you have a bladder container, it can work with that. It just needs to be able to have the same thread pattern to twist onto this. And it's very simple. All we're going to do is attach it to the filter on the clean end. It's kind of just slightly snug. And then in this case, I'm going to use this bottle, and we're going to attach the coupling to the bottle. Just like with the syringe, we are going to forcefully squeeze water through the filter and continue that process until clean water is flowing through there. Now, as you use it with the bottle, it'll start to suck in. You just loosen that up, let air back into the bottle, tighten it back up, and then you can give it another go. And that is a simple, easy way to backflush your filter. The third method that I'd like to share with you today is actually using a sport cap to backflush the filter. Now, this is the cap here that came on the filter, and it makes a nice, pretty end like that. But if you realize what it can do, you can take it off, and this hole mates up with this side here, and you can connect it and use this cap to back flush the filter. For years, the Smart Water Bottles Sport Cap has been able to do the same, and there may be others that do the same thing also. So I'd like to just share with you how to use the Sawyer cap on your bottle to back flush. So you would connect it, you would take your filter and connect it on there, turn it upside down, and then vigorously squeeze water through the filter. And that is how you would use the sport cap to backflush your filter. The fourth way that I'd like to share with you today is something you may have tried before if you've had a Sawyer filter for long. I've got this little tap here to demonstrate. This could be anything from your tap outside to your kitchen sink, just some pressurized water. You may have tried to just hold your filter up to that tap there and turn it on and see if that could help to backflush your filter. Chances are, if you tried this, you probably got very wet. Recently, Sawyer has put out a new product called their tap filter. And inside of the tap filter are a couple attachments. This part here actually attaches to your outside hose bib. And then they have what they call a double-sided threaded piece that attaches to this backflush adapter. And so you connect those to there, and then you also need this little cleaning coupling to go on to the filter. And you attach all these together, which kind of makes a lot of pieces. But once you have them all together, you can take your pressurized water and attach this onto there, and then turn on your tap and backflush water out of there. So I know they say vigorously when we're backflushing by hand, but I think we might need to be a little bit more careful if we're using pressurized water to clean the filter. I would still suggest that you use one of the other methods to start out with to be able to give it the force that it needs. And then if you do choose to use this, use it just to help get all the particles out once you've already been forceful with it. And that is one method that Sawyer has given us with all of these fun little attachments to backflush our filter. If you've been doing these backflushing methods on your filter and you still don't feel like it's flowing water through it like it should, you may need to take it to the next level. And I'm talking about possibly using hot water and vinegar. That will be another video, so look forward to that. But for right now, hopefully these tips have helped you to be able to understand all the different methods that are possible to backflush your filter. If you enjoyed this video on backflushing your Sawyer filter, make sure you check out the playlist at the end of the video to see the other videos that I'm putting together to answer all of your questions about your Sawyer Squeeze water filter. Once again, I would like to thank you for your time, and may God bless you as you prepare every needful thing. Thank you.